on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Wentz to throw on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On play action, Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. And they'll try the Brown game here with the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. The first carry here for Jaquiz Rodgers. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Tackle made there by Ray Maualuga, the linebacker.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Airing this one out for Evans. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Ready. Black 22.
Winston now from the 50. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
This is Ajayi. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. And now running right through it. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Second down, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a first down. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans. And
what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Hicks in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They go play action. Winston. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, get a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Wentz now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. From the gun, it's Wentz. 20. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Carson Wentz sets his first touchdown pass since December 10th of last year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So a tiptoe catch back of the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down in bounds for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work on it? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Lynn Swan, they used to be on there showing their ballet skills.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents would tell them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy. But right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
Ready, blue lady.
Jameis now on first down. He hits Rodgers in the flat. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Ready, black 22.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Ready, white 25.
Winston now to throw on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there at 22.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Ready, blue lady.
Again, it's Winston. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first down throw for Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Play action now, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question, Alshon Jeffrey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake, Winston. And his pass incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
On third down, that's Rodgers. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
150.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Ready. Blue ready.
On 3rd down, Winston. He finds Humphries. Winston and Humphries connecting there for a Tampa Bay first down.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
Jameis to throw it. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Ready. Blue ready.
To throw is Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Ready. Blue ready.
To the air again with Winston. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here we go. Waiting.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tate. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Come on now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Clement. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This complete left side to Aguilar. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bound.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Ready. Black 25.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Third and goal, Winston. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you got the lead. You may have ignited them now if they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they work this out past the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
Ready. Black 22.
And they'll go on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Bucs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun. Winston. He's got Evans. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Howard. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. From the gun, Winston. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tate. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allow him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. And Tate's got it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. He's back to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They'll look to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
Elliott Good with a PAT, and that is going to put him on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at FedEx Field. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. To throw, Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now Winston. He finds Howard complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this one is right down Broadway. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. One final try now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Tampa Bay, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll have a chance at